Whoa. Hello, traders. All right. Let me just go ahead and invite everybody to join me. Let's have a look. Let me just. Right. So we are live. Okay, cool. So let's invite everybody else here. We'll start up in about, I don't know. Let's have a look. In about 5 minutes, I'm just inviting everybody to join me. I'm live, everyone. Come join here. Right, so pretty nice week that we have going on, or that we have on the books. Cool. So we're gonna go through. We might take a trade here, a quick day trade on. Hi, Saras. Hi, Saim. How are you guys? Hope you are doing fine. Yeah, I'm inviting everybody here. Everybody should be here. So we might take a couple of trades here and there. Let's have a look at. I'll show you our managed account right now. In the time that we get everybody else here. This is our managed accounts. We have about $60,000 under management at the moment, with open profit of about 2,100 or so, with all of these trades running. We have a long on the GBP USD, we have a long on the US dollar Japanese yen, a long on the US dollar Mexican peso, a long on the pound yen, and a long in Bitcoin, right? So if you want to get in on this managed accounts profit, you should email support, and yeah, they'll give you all the necessary steps that you need to take to join that managed account. Yeah, I mean, Saim is in our VIP signal group, but he's too afraid to take a trade every time. That's not a problem. Or Cyrus, that's not a problem. I mean, it's really, it's really a question about if you feel comfortable with the trade, right? If that trade idea makes absolutely sense to you, then yeah, you should take the trade, right? So and if it doesn't make complete sense to you, I mean, you should evaluate if you should be taking that trade or not. So Adam is asking us about the New Zealand dollar US dollar trade that we have, or signal that we have. Yeah, so this is the New Zealand dollar US dollar. Let's start with that, and then the US dollar Singapore dollar, of course, mate. Of course, Andy. Hello, everybody. If you have any questions, just post it on the chat. More than happy to respond to everything that you have going on. If it takes me more than an hour, well, I'll be here more than an hour, right? Gold is awful, but I'll do gold too. So let me just take a sip of my coffee, and we'll start this one out. So we have a signal to go short on the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. This is the reason, right? So first of all, let me just correct the thickness of my point of control. So right here, we are looking at the daily on the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. My bias is short on this currency pair, with this rejection last week from this previous key level, right? And we broke with the immediate bullish structure. Now, if you look at the complete move, you can see that this immediate bullish structure looks exactly like a bearish flag, right? So that's why I'm looking for sales in the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. More so because if you look at this, let's calculate the pullback, right, on the Kiwi USD. If we look at the Kiwi USD, mates, hold on, what is this? This is not correct. Hold on, let me grab my Fibonacci retracements, not the extensions, right? All right, that's better. So we have retraced back 61.8%, right? of this previous move, right? 61.8%, right? So that's on the daily. We have no entry yet on the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. And just before I go any further, remember that we do upload every single day new content. So subscribe to the channel. That's completely free. Just a reminder, because most of you are not subscribed to this channel. Right, so and let's look at the 4-hour chart. Now this is no longer in play, but what is in play, I do believe, is this, right? So let's have a look at the 4-hour chart, at the 4-hour channel. And this is the 4-hour channel. Again, we just broke with that 4-hour channel, which is the same as the daily channel, right? And if you notice, we are trading below the weekly pivot, and we are retesting these previous broken lows. So we were making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, until we broke with those higher lows, right? And this is a 4-week structure, so this is a midterm structure. This is very interesting. So we have broken with that 4-week structure, and now we are waiting for the previous weekly lows to break in order for us to go short. Right now, let's go and look at the hourly on the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar, right? This is the hourly. As you can see, we have broken and retested. We are retesting these previous broken lows. We are trading below that weekly pivot. And we are just, we could actually short here, but that's not the way that I trade, because there's still no confirmation of a continuation. Why? Because this flag has not broken with, right? I need this bearish flag to break with in order for me to go short, and in order for me to have a stop loss point, right? So I'm putting my sell stops all the way below here, and that's the rationale of the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Short position that we had on the VIP team. Now, if you're not part of the VIP team, I must welcome you to join us on the link is below this video. It's only £35 a month, and you get all of this. Now, the US dollar, Singapore dollar, I'll do later. I'm gonna do gold very quickly, because we got caught in this last week in gold. We got caught in a terrible position in gold. That's completely fine, but I need gold. I mean, I wouldn't be a seller in gold at all. I wouldn't sell gold. I saw someone here was selling gold, or Team Torre gold. I'm gonna sell. I hope it sells. It won't. I'm sorry to tell you that, but look at the rejection here. Now we are in a very bullish structure, and this, my friend, is a bullish flag. You always have to look at the higher time frames, right? We had that the rejection of the 1765 to 1760 level last week here. This is probably not going. This is probably not going to sell off. The NCD USD hit the stop loss level from the alerts in the Telegram group. That's completely fine, because we are not yet triggered on that short. We are going to modify that order. Thank you for pointing that out, but it's completely fine. Don't worry about it, because we are not in the trade just yet. But that's having said that, gold. I was looking at a possible long in gold at the bottom of the range right here, but when I woke up, price was already trading all the way here, so that was gone. What I'm looking at in gold is a long position above the highs of the move, above the 1800 level. What I would love to see in gold is this. And this is what we are going to be trading on the VIP group, right? This is the same line as on the daily. And what we're going to be trading with the VIPs is a pullback to this zone, or even a deep pullback to the weekly pivot for us to be able to go long. Our stop losses are going to be quite wide. It depends if we pull back here or if we pull back all the way down here. But in any case, we are bullish gold. We are not going to be sellers. Selling is a losing proposition in this market. But still, we need this range to clear in order for us to do anything in this market, right? Now, let's continue. We had the GBP yen. Now, the GBP yen, friend, it's pretty nice. Like I told you, we are in a very big buy on the GBP yen, up about 66 pips on the MAM from last week. So yeah, the GBP yen, we should look at the hourly actually because, well, yeah, let's look at the hourly. Boy. So there's absolutely nothing to do here on the GBP yen. I'm just looking at levels, mate, and yeah, we are now retesting these previous lows right here, but we are trading above this, right? We are trading above the weekly pivot. We just broke with this structure right here. With this structure. Now again, I was going to send. I was looking to send a signal to go long on the pound yen, but when the London opened, price was already trading all the way here, so it was pointless to yeah, to send that. Now I'm still very bullish on the pound versus the yen. Like I said, long from around these levels. Above 151, let's call it 151.50, 151.60. Above this, I mean, this is an untradeable range, right? I would buy the retest or the dip. I would buy the dips to this level. I would buy the breakouts of this level. What I'm planning to do is I'm planning to add to my long position at the retest here. Right at the retest here. This is what I'm planning to add to my position. Why? Because I am looking at a possible breakout of that 150. Finally, possible breakout of that 153 level. Right? Why? Because if we go to the, let's go to the 4-day chart, I reckon. Yeah. If we go to the 4-day chart, yeah, the top of that range should be the 153.83. And I'm looking at, I mean, if we look back, this should be, yes, pre-Brexit announcement, etc. There's a lot of room for this currency pair to rally, right? Let's go to the 5-day, no, 4-day chart should be fine. The thickest level that I can see, on the new horizon should be the 163. Those are my targets on midterm on my longs on the GBP yen. That's why I'm going to keep on adding and taking profits alongside the way to the 156, etc. But long term, I'm very bullish this market. Yeah, actually this goes the other way around, well, as you can see, all the key levels are holding perfectly, and yeah, above the 149 149.20, I am very bullish. So let's go back to the daily here. Again, there's nothing a lot to do here on this currency pair right now other than wait for the breakout and retest. Let's have a look. I already did gold, mate. Ali, yeah, we're going to do the US dollar versus the Singapore dollar right now. Pretty nice currency pair. I do like the USD Sing. Hold on, let me grab a sip of my coffee. Now, if you like this video, hello Luis, how are you? If you like the video, if you like my live session, just give me a like. That helps us a lot with the YouTube algorithm, you know. And it's a nice way to contribute to these free shows. Oh, this is good coffee. Oh yeah. So, the US dollar, Singapore dollar, that is for you, my friend Andy. Take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. So, The USD thing, pretty bearish, mate. It's super bearish in my opinion. I wouldn't be a buyer until we break above this 135.30. Um, Joe Cat, we are going to look at the Euro GBP, and I'm going to give you this as a freebie because I do have personally a nice buy stop here. All right, so cool. I was saying on the US dollar Singapore dollar, I wouldn't be a buyer unless we break with these highs, right? This is on the daily. We can do some sell opportunities here. This is the 4-hour chart. I always look the daily, 4-hour, the hourly, right? That is how I analyze the markets. That is how I like to do things, you know. Now we actually have quite a setup to sell the US dollar versus the Sing, right? Right here. I'm not gonna do it, you know, because yeah, because I'm already invested in other trades, but just by looking at it, this is quite a place, you know, to be a seller here, I believe. We do have some bearish divergence in the indicator. Actually, this looks very good. And actually, this is going to, let's have a look at the risk versus the reward. 50 pip risk, 71 pip reward. Let's look at the hourly, right? I want to see a break of the hourly structure before I do anything that can damage my account. I need to be completely certain that my hourly structure has broken, and my friends, this is a strong sell signal that we have found. Thank you for that one. We are going to take that one live with you. Oh boy, XRP and Bitcoin just crashed. That's a shame because I am on a long position in BTC. But that's fine. I mean, that's going to happen sometimes. We're going to take this one live, friends. So that'll be the US dollar Singapore dollar short. Oh boy. Let's have a look at this. Cool. So the US dollar Singapore dollar, this is the this is not the MEM, this is the signals account. Let's find that US dollar versus the Singapore dollar. Where is it? Should be on the way down here. I can't find it. Show all. All right, USD Sing. Where is it? Right, Christopher, if you're asking about gold, you should do whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, mate. But I already told you that I'm not gonna do anything unless it breaks with the 1800 level. To me, it's inside an untradeable range. Where is the US dollar Singapore dollar? If you guys can see it on my screen, please tell me. I can't find it. USD Sing. I hate it when it's not lined up alphabetically, you know. USD Sing. Can't believe I can find it. Can you guys see it? Whoa. Can you guys see it? Really? I mean, I'm not joking. US dollar Singapore dollar. US dollar Singapore dollar, found it. So we're going to take that sale. You know, we're going to take it right here. That's fine. This is a good position to be a seller. So we're going to go on at the 130.30. Yeah, 130.30, and we're going to put our stop losses. What was it? Hold on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here at the 133.45. All right, 133.45, and I am going to be taking a 0.02 position right now. 0.02 on a sell. and move my stops all the way up here. Good. 40. Ah, no, that's a 133.41 here. What? Sell? Why can't I move it? All right, I'll do it here. US dollar, Singapore dollar, 133. Uh-huh. 133.41. Cool. Of quotes. All right. I don't know why I can't sell it, but that's fine. 133, 133, 132.32. Let's see if I can put on 132.32. Yeah, that one I can do, right? So, but that's, I mean, that's too small. I mean, everything is not working on this MT4. I don't know why. This is too small of a position. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna fix that one, but I'm just gonna send that that trade idea right now. Also, because not everybody is joining us right here. So that's 133, right? Price 1.33. Stop loss at 133.42. 1.3342, and targets is at 132. What was it? 132.35. Oh, wow. Right, 132.35, and yeah, that's been sent. So that's a cool thing that we just saw on the US dollar, Singapore dollar. Good trade idea, mate. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm just gonna rearrange this. If I can get a second, mates, please. So that's a 40 pip stop loss. 63, 0.02. All right, cool. All right, so just sold a little bit more to make it a 1% risk. Yeah, perfect. Cool. So that's the US dollar Sing. Great trade idea, mate. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, and let's move on. That's a great. That is something. Yeah, yeah. I did send you NZD USD, mate. What's the problem with that? Is there a problem with the USD? Or NZD USD, I'm sorry. Yeah, it broke up with the stop loss level, but we are not in it just yet. We are going to manage that trade if it reverses. If it doesn't reverse, we are going to delete that one. But we are on the US dollar Singapore dollar short, so don't worry about that. Euro GBP. Now, the Euro GBP, let's have a look at that daily chart and oh boy, thank you for that, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, mate. Yeah, that would have been quite misleading. All right. So the Euro GBP. Now, this is a tricky one because we are in a very, very, very thick zone of resistance. Now, the last time that we were up here, we saw this massive rejection candle, on the daily. Yes, I did. Yes, I did change the trade. You can see it here. So massive, massive level right here. Massive level of resistance. Yeah, the last time that we were here, we saw this major daily rejection that eventually moved price all the way down here for a high to low move of about 3%. That's big, right? Now we are here at these levels, all right? Now, what I'm looking at is a possible breakout of the highs, okay? Now that a possible breakout of the highs. All right, so hold on. Zigar, yes, eToro is a good. It's any good as um, it's any good as any other one. You know. Yeah, I sent it on the VIP only, mate. The actual setup or the actual signal was sent on to the VIP only. Yep. As you can see it here, VIP only. The link is below this video if you want to subscribe. It's only £35 a month. You are missing out on a lot of information. So the Euro GBP, right? Let's add some volume just to see where that point of control is, right? So the point of control of the range, right here, the point of control of the range is all the way down here. But if we want to see the point of control of the entire move, we have a point of control all the way up here. So volume-wise, on the daily, there's nothing. There is nothing. But I reckon that we are going to find some something quite interesting right here on the 4-hour chart. Yep, and as you can see, the last why is it always I don't know, it's always white. So right here, the point of control of this, of the entire volume of the last couple of weeks is right here. This thick area right here is what's capping the upside move. Just a second. All right. If the US dollar Singapore dollar won't let you enter on a sell stop, just enter at market. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out. I reckon you're not the only one having that. Yeah, Daniel, just enter manually. I reckon you're not the only one having that problem. All right, so shall we move on? Yes. So the point of control on this Euro GBP. Now let me show you. My actual buy stop on the Euro GBP. Yeah. Hold on. I need to change account. I don't know what Bitcoin just crashed, but we will find that out. We will find out. Wow. Everything is crashing. All right, so Euro GBP, cool beans. Right, hold on. Euro GBP, cool. So, boy, right here, Euro GBP for our chart. So, hold on. If you see here, all right, so if I'm a trade one show US dollar, Singapore dollar, open your market watch, right click your market watch and click on show all. Right, so let's go to the daily, and this is my thought process on the Euro GBP. But now that we are looking at this, there's a high possibility that we are going to continue down from the retest of this resistance, so I might just delete that one. No, I'm not Russian. I might just delete that one, but I'm not taking a short here because, well, I don't know yet. I must still decide against that. But yeah, I'm not seeing the upside still on the GBP, on the Euro GBP. More so because we just broke with the previous week's lows. We might do a retest of this level before going higher, the 86.40, etc. So that is that. Gold, I already did gold. Yeah, apparently those are the questions that you guys had. Crude oil, cool. Uh, oh boy, that's right. The US dollar is crashing. If you guys watch my daily watch list that I sent on the free group today, that daily watch list is only for VIPs, you know. Um, Um, yeah, it's only for VIPs, and on Mondays I do make it available for public, so you can guys, so you can see what you're missing out for only £35 a month, right? The link is below this video if you want to join. But I told you that when the price was trading at these highs, that we were going to have a very bearish day or even bearish week on the US dollar, and that we should be looking for sales on the USD. Yeah, you know. No, I mean we already closed half of our position in the US dollar versus the in the US dollar versus we closed half of our position in the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. I myself am letting the rest of it ride. Yeah, I mean if we get taken out at break even on the rest of our position, that's fine because the upside on this is very big. So the risk to reward on letting it ride the half of the position, um, you know, the reward is way higher than the risk, so we should let it ride. So we were doing crude oil, right? Crude oil breaks to the upside. Now I am not trading crude oil at the moment. Um, because well, let me show you why actually. Oh, that's the one. So we are in a bullish structure, right? Clone boy, that's right. We are in a bullish structure on the daily. We should be looking to retest some key levels. We bounce from this one. We should be looking at some pre-pandemic highs, right? To break with those pre-pandemic highs. That would be good, right? Um, Fundamentally speaking, the OPEC has, you know, has cut its its production, and with the coronavirus pandemic slowing down in other places than India, of course. Um, the demand for petroleum based products is climbing, right? And whilst demand is climbing, um, and um, the production is reducing. This is the way that the cartel operates. The OPEC operates to pump prices higher, right? Because they control the output of petroleum in the entire world, right? Right now, crude oil, WTI, and Brent are bullish. I'm not trading them. The only way that I would trade alongside in crude oil would be a retest of the 63.70 right here. But I'm not trading any breakouts right now because the last two times that I traded a breakout, I got stopped out on a fake out, and right now, price action is quite irregular in the sense that, these, let me show you the past couple of weeks. Actually, this is the place that I traded two breakouts, and I got stopped out. Just look at the weeks right here. And then crude oil started trending, and there was no setup for me to buy. Right? In hindsight, this would have been a good level to buy crude oil. I was not paying attention, to be completely honest, at today's price action. But looking on the hourly, if we break below right here, I should be able to buy some dips in crude oil. Otherwise, I won't. Now, if you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer them. I saw that some of you wanted me to go through gold again. I'll do it. Pretty bullish day in gold, as you can see right here from the daily chart. We are about to break that 1800 level. I'm not going to be a buyer. I am going to wait for that breakout and the retest of the 1800 to really get on a big buy in gold. Otherwise, mates, I'm going to be away. I'm not gonna be inside of this market. Again, right now we were inside of a range. I am not trading that inside of this range at all. Why? Because right now we are retesting the highs of the range, and there's a high probability, because it already happened 3 times, that we're going to get a pullback a 4th time. And whilst price was trading at this level, if we had bought here with our stop loss all the way below here, and we get a pullback, we could have gotten into a situation where a trade could have gone on the red for a long time, and that is not something that I want on my P&L. So yeah, I'm not trading the upside unless we break with the 1800, like I told you. And I'm actually placing some orders on. I'm sorry about that. Some orders on demand on the managed accounts. If you want to get on that, yeah, just email support. Support, and they'll tell you how to get onto that. So the CAD strengthening. Let's have a look at that. All right, all right, all right, all right. Now let me just manage some trades, mate. Right. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Cool. No, that's fine. Right. That's fine. We don't need to manage anything at all. Right. So the CAD yen. What is this? Now let's have a look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar, right? So the US dollar is really, 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 really going down. US dollar CAD. So the USD CAD is if hello Junior. Yeah, we took some losses on gold last week. That's fine. But if your account size cannot handle a 1% risk on a trade, I don't know if it's gold or whatever single, don't take it. Don't take it. I mean, if you put a real dent on your account with my signals last week, that is completely your fault, not mine, because you're trading way outside the recommended risk parameters. So the US dollar CAD, I'll show you what I'm looking at here. I have to go to the 2-day chart, 3-day chart, so there you go. We are retesting this previous key level. Now, this is the level where buyers jumped in. Hold on. Where buyers jumped in right here and moved price all the way up to these highs, right? Those are the pandemic highs, of course. And we have erased all those gains here. No, I don't know. I don't do palladium, mate. So, having said that, what I'm looking at here is more downside on the US dollar, Canadian dollar, which means that I'm looking at, yes, and more downside on the US dollar and more strength on the CAD, right? Right here, this is way too low for me to sell. What I want is a dip for me to be able to buy into some strength. And my key level will be here, the 124, around the 124, around these previous highs. If we look at the daily, this is the level that I'm looking at. I don't know if it should, or if it shouldn't, mate. That's what this is my trading plan. If price does not do this in order for me to sell, I won't do anything in this market. I'm not telling you that this is going to happen. I'm just telling you that that is my trading plan, right? So, having said that, having said that, mates, thank you everybody for joining me. If you don't have any more questions, I mean, should we keep on going or not? I don't do Swiss franc, Japanese yen. I'm not gonna analyze some markets that I don't trade for you because that would be that would be wrong. Yeah, let's continue. I'm pumped up. This coffee was very good. So Bitcoin, I am still long Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin. All right. So let me tell you where I bought Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin on Sunday right here, around these levels. Currently up, still up. Um, Actually, I bought. I don't know where I bought it. This is the one hour chart. I think I bought it. Where? I bought it here actually on the weekend, on Sunday. I bought it here on Sunday, Bitcoin. I saw this flag formation, right, retesting this previous level, and and it was announced that today was the starting day of trading um, for the mini Bitcoin futures, right? You know that in the futures market, there's you can trade full contracts for the S&P 500, or you can trade E-mini S&P 500, which is the ES, the ticker ES, and those are the tickers with the highest volume. Why? Because the margin required to trade those contracts is a lot lower. So there's more volume involved. So I thought to myself, Bitcoin is going to start trading with mini contracts, so that is going to pump up the volume in those in Bitcoin market, right? And finally give it the bullish push that I need in order for me to profit in a long term Bitcoin long, or at least to retest um, the all-time highs. And I also saw Ethereum trading way up. So yeah, I saw Ethereum trading way up. So I thought to myself, maybe Ethereum is just lagging, right? Maybe Ethereum is I'm sorry, yeah, Bitcoin is just lagging Ethereum's move or something like that, right? And I'm way too late to buy into the Ethereum move, so I bought into this Bitcoin, which is now in profit, right? But right now, there's absolutely no setup to buy Bitcoin. I'm just telling you a fun story over the weekend, right? Let's do some equities. So the US 30, right? All equities to me are in a very rangy situation. Just have a look at this, right? I don't like trading ranges. This is a good way to get burned. Even though this is looking quite bullish right now, because we are still trading inside of a range, it means that there's still a lot of selling pressure at the top of this range. So this could be very short-lived. So I am not going to touch that, or even touch the S&P 500 um, right here. Even though we are retesting all-time highs at the moment. No, not all-time highs, right? But these highs right here. We're still inside of a terrible range in the S&P 500, so I wouldn't recommend anyone to touch that. Yeah. So let's have a look at. No, that was the Dow. I'm sorry. This is the S&P 500. Again, very rangy today. The DAX is still trading inside of a range. I hate it. Although, if we look at the 4-hour chart, on the DAX, I'm liking the possibility of maybe having a downside or a dip on the DAX. Right here, if you look at this, even though we're trading inside of this range, right? If you look at this and that, right? The top of the range and the bottom of the range, we are forming what seems to be like a head and shoulder formation right here. And should the previous 2 week lows, because they align perfectly, the previous 2 week low break, we are going down. And actually, yeah, we were discussing with the team the possibility of sending a signal on this, and we are, but that is going to be VIP only. So if you are not on the VIP team, I urge you to be on it as soon as possible. The link is below this video. It's only £35 a month. I mean, you are missing out on a lot of value. Yeah, let's do another view on the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. I mean, yeah, price is moving up. I mean, our sell stop is still on. Let me show you. I still have it on. You know, I'm monitoring the situation. All right, cool. All right, all right, all right, all right. Where is it? In New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar? Yeah, that US dollar Singapore dollar is really rocking us, right? Boom. Great trade. NZD USD, yeah, I mean, we are going to keep that order, you know. And the thing, this is what we're going to do. This is the plan. Listen to me because this is the plan, Adam. The plan is this. Right now, we are retesting. Where is it? Hold on. Insert, what is it? Shapes rectangle. Right here. We are retesting these previous lows. If price continues to rally, we are going to delete that. But if price rejects these previous lows, what we're going to do is we're going to modify this order and we're going to widen up our stop losses a little bit. Whilst doing that, we are also going to lower our size because when managing an order, when managing an order and widening up a little bit our stop losses, we need to manage our size too, because if we widen our stop losses, that means that our risk is going to be higher with the same size. So that is our plan. We are going to give it a couple of hours still. This is a 4-hour chart, remember. But if we do have a clean break above these levels, we're just going to delete that order. I mean, no harm done. That's why we use stop losses. Cool, Adam. But on the daily, I still like the downside, mate. I still do like the downside on this, right? I'll give you guys more time. Give me if you haven't done so, give this video a thumbs up, a like. That helps us out to the YouTube algorithm. But only do that if you really like it. Also, join the VIP team. You can cancel at any time. Really, you can cancel at any time. No harm, not done, right? It's only £35 a month. You get access to all of my trade ideas, the team trade ideas. You'll get access to my daily watch list, which is only for VIPs. It's unlisted. You're not going to be able to find it in YouTube, in our YouTube channel. Only people that I send the link to have access to that. And then a ton of other stuff, mates. You shouldn't be. If you have a £500 account, why aren't you investing £35 a month in some education and professional trading, right? I don't know. That's a good way to burn money, in my opinion. And I'm telling you this because I've done it too. I started with a $500 account, which I completely burned down in less than a month. Yeah, we will go live on non-farm payrolls, but only for VIPs. Only for VIPs. I only go live once a week for the free users. For our free clients. I think that's more than enough. Yeah, let's do the pound versus the US dollar. This is a pain in the ass. This trade is a fucking pain in the ass for me, but I love it. I'm still long on the GBP US dollar, and I'll show you when I bought it. It's fun. This is super fun. But plan the trade and trade the plan. This is right. This is where I bought the pound versus the US dollar. Shapes rectangle right here. This is where I bought the pound versus I haven't taken any profits on this yet. You know, I wrote it all the way up here. I wrote it down here. I wrote it all the way up here. It almost stopped me out, mates. It almost stopped me out, and now it's rallying again. And it's a pain in the ass, and I'm telling you, it's a pain in the ass because of this. And this is why I'm so bullish on the pound versus the US dollar. If you notice here on the daily, right, we are in a very structured up move, right? This is very bullish. And if we look at the point of control on where is my point of control? Here. The point of control, this is the volume of the last leg up, and of course the pullback. The downside is capped by that point of control, which means that here is where buyers are jumping in. This is the level that buyers are protecting, right? And until I see a clean or a clear break, no, don't go short on gold. What is wrong with you? Until I see a clear break of this point of control, and not only the point of control, but this level right here, wow, the 137.30 or so, I'm gonna still hold my longs. Now look at the this is the 4-hour chart again. I know it's pretty choppy, but we are nevertheless retesting these previous levels, right? These previous highs. Again, break retest. This is still very much a painful trade in the sense that this was looking super exciting for my longs, right? But again, here we have a very thick level of resistance that of course we were going to see some sell-off on here. Now my mistake was not to take profits here, which is fine. Because this is a very long-term trade that I have going on. This is a very long-term trade that I have going on, and my bias and my thesis for going long the GBP USD is as much technical as it is fundamental. Mostly on the short side of the US dollar. Not so much the strength of the GBP, because if you look at the cut data, I can show you actually the cut data. The cut data is the commitment of traders data that plots on a chart what any market does on a given period of the time using the commitment of traders data for the past 15 to 20 years. Let me show you that. All right. Here it is. You can look at on bar chart. That's fine. So currencies. Let's do the British pound, and of course that when looking at the cut data, you are looking at the commitment of traders report of the futures market. So this is 6B or B6, the British pound futures, and let's look at the 20. This is a 3-year chart, and this is the data. I'm sorry, the commitment of traders is not the historic data. I'm sorry. All right. The commitment of traders is not. Arbasoy. Arbasoy. If you think we should short gold, you should go ahead and do it. I'm not telling you to do it, but it's up to you. And the reason that I didn't send the VIP buy signal on Bitcoin is because it was on a Sunday that I saw this dip. But yeah, I'm going to be sending VIP signals in Bitcoin. Eventually, if it fits our risk parameters. If it doesn't fit our risk parameters, I'm not going to be sending it, right? But yeah, so the commitment of traders is not a historical buys and sells. I'm sorry about that. The commitment of traders shows you the position of large speculators and commercials, right? So how to read this is when you see that there's a large buy on the commercial side, and a large sell on the speculator side. Actually, I'm going to show you on a more indicative market such as gold, right? So the commercials. I don't know if gold is going to break 1800 today. I don't have uh, a crystal ball made. So let's wait for it to load. All right. So this is the gold weekly. Let's do a 5 year, right? Cool. So when you see large speculators or large speculators, hold on. The red line is the commercials, right? The commercials is the commercials is are the gold producers, for example, and the reason that when price goes up, the position on the commercial side goes down to sales is because commercials use the futures market to hedge their production or to hedge the price or their to hedge the price for their gold production, for example, against a drop in gold prices. So they buy puts, right? They buy puts or they sell futures. Why? Because their production in gold has a value that is determined by the market's price of an ounce of gold. If that market price drops, the price or what their production costs is going to decrease. So they need to hedge against a possible decrease in gold prices, right? To protect the value of their gold production. So this is the way that you read the code chart. When I only use the productions, the commercial side, and of course this is a long-term chart. But when you see the commercial side, let's look at the 6 month. I mean, it's very hard to look at this chart right here on the 6 month. Look at the 20 years, but you can see that for example, right here, yeah, right here at this period of time, that gold was flattening, right? Gold was flattening, and you can get this on very low time frames to get entries. But this is just to give you an idea on the direction of the market, right? Right here, when you see that the gold was flattening, and then you saw a very big sell on the commercial side, right? You know, I mean, you can know that we are going for the next leg up in gold. Again, right here, we had this dip that looked like a flag, and then boom, commercial started to sell or to buy puts. Then you can know that we are in the next leg up in gold, etc. That's how you use the commitment of traders report when trading. So let's have a look at what's going on here on the markets. GBP is rallying. GBP yen just holding the bottom of the range. That is good. US dollar, Mexican dollar just dipped a lot, about 1,300 pips or so. I'm still long here. What else? Bitcoin still holding that zone. If you have more questions about it, gold is on 1797. All right, let's have a look at gold. Damn it. I mean, don't get into FOMO, mates. Yep, gold is breaking. That's cool, man. That's cool. I mean, if you are in a buy position in gold from the lows, more power to you and kudos. I am not, and I am not going to be FOMOing in on any gold longs right now. I am going to wait for that break and the retest of the previous highs or these highs. Because there is no entry right now. I'm not gonna be FOMOing in, and the reason is this. Why? If I buy this breakout right here, my stop losses should have to be all the way down here. that is a terrible way to trade, in my opinion. Why? Because my stop losses are going to be way too wide. Thus, my risk to reward ratio is going to be way too low. And if I wait for the dip here, my stop losses are going to be a lot tighter, which is going to give me an awesome risk to reward. So yeah, I'm not going to be FOMOing in EuroCAD. All right, EuroCAD. My coffee is gone. Right, let's look at the daily chart on EuroCAD. Haven't looked at this in a while. Don't forget to give this channel a follow. What happened here? Can you guys hear me? Hello? You guys hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. Oh, GBP USD. So let's look at EuroCAD. Right. On the daily, let's have a look at the daily. Cool. So EuroCAD on the daily, right? That was this. I mean, this retest of this. Yeah, that was a beautiful sale, which we didn't take, but that was like a week ago or so. Right now, we are at the bottom of the move on I mean, the daily. I can't see anything here on the daily, but let's have a look, mate. For our chart. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna put on an alert here because I do like this area for sales on the EuroCAD, and I'm going to be sending that. That signal to the VIPs, and yeah, I mean, if you are not a VIP, there is a link below this video for you to join. Only £35 a month, right? But yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for that rally for me to be able to sell some euro versus the Canadian dollar. Same. I mean, it's the same setup that I have on the US dollar CAD. You know, nothing out of the ordinary, but yeah, pretty much that. Uh, pretty much that. That is what I'm looking at. Yeah. Cool. So, do you have any more questions? If not, I mean, we've been live for an hour. Um, yeah. If you, I mean, I'll give you guys a few minutes. All right, Daniel. Euro NZD, as you can see, I don't. I do have it here. Wow. This is horrible, mate. Oh, I hate it. I hate this. Oh, I wouldn't touch it with your fat finger. No. I mean, on the hourly, the range looks very clean, though. Yeah. On the hourly, the range looks very clean. Yeah, I mean, this was a good sale here. If you took that sale, kudos, But if you go higher, higher, it looks horrible. Um, yeah, I mean, it's not a. Yeah. Yeah. Euro SCD is amazing. Pay me some dollar bills, yo. That's cool, man. That's cool. I mean, whatever. I mean, whatever floats your boat, right? Oh, I mean, I mean, if you have a system that works on this currency pair and makes you money, mate, just take it. Just take every single one. That's what I do, and why don't you share it with me? I'll pay you for that. All right, Christopher, let me see. What do you think the rest of the year will be like for currencies overall as different countries come out of lockdowns? Is going to be good for the markets or not? All right, so let me answer Winex by design. Do it, Winex, do it yourself design. That's right. How many signals a day for VIP? It depends. Sometimes it's one signal, sometimes it's three. It depends. We don't do quantity, we do quality, mate. if you want to be trading every single day, 10 trades a day, this is not going to be the place for you. But if you are into long-term growth and only taking the best setups, well, this is the place for you. So let's talk currencies, right, for the rest of the year. The economies coming out of lockdown. Yeah, that can be good for a currency, of course, but what's more important about currencies overall is the stimulus that central banks are pouring into the economy. Why? Because look, you have to look at currencies as commodities, right? The more, for example, if you look at the U.S. dollar, the more U.S. dollars there are in circulation, the less valuable $1 in your wallet is going to be, right? So now that central banks are printing and printing, money, into the economy. Um, the value of the currency is going to be decreasing. So why don't we have a look at the stimulus that has been going on since the pandemics, right? Because if you didn't know, I think that half of the U.S. dollars in circulation were printed last year. So for that, we have to go to a website that I do love. It's called Economic Research by the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. And I'm going to look at the Federal Reserve, the Fed balance sheet. Let's see if we can find it like this. Oh, it's not Fed. Balance sheet. How do I find it? Bank of England, Federal Reserve. Yeah? I forgot the F, right? Reserve balance sheet. HSBC expectancy at 85 cents. All right. Major banks have predicted Aussie to be trading at an average 83 cents. Let's have a look at the Aussie. Where is Aussie trading right now? So you think that we're going higher right now, right? That's cool. That is pretty cool, mate. Yeah, we're going to do Aussie USD. Actually, you know what? If it takes me 2 hours to be here, let's fucking do it, right? This is gonna be very interesting. Let's give a shout out to everybody. I'm still live. I'm still live, and I will be for at least another 30 minutes. Come join us. All right. So, all right. I'm going to invite everybody. Boom. Control copy. Right here. Control V. Control V. Control V. All right. So another site that I do like is called Trading Economics. Right here, Trading Economics, where I can find the same by looking at the Federal Reserve. I mean, if you're all right, gold is on fire. Let's have a look at that. Yep. But still trading inside of my range, mate. Still trading inside of my range, and you can see if you look at the lower time frames, you can see that rejection to the 1800 level again. Total assets of the United States, right? So, let's have a look at the max chart. Right. So this is the max chart of the total assets of the Federal Reserve. The way that the Federal Reserve, or that the central banks print money, is not printing new bills, right? It's not printing new bills. The way that they print money is that they buy government debt from commercial banks, right? They buy bonds from commercial banks, so they can inject liquidity into the economy, because the biggest trigger for an economy to enter in recession is the lack of access to credits, right? Because everybody in the world lives on credit. No one can afford what they have. Everybody has a mortgage. Everybody has a car payment. Everybody has a credit card payment. So if a recession comes into play, banks are going to be more careful when where they direct their assets to, right? And they're going to cut risky investment, which are credits to people like you and me, right? So that is the big and if that happens, then we are not going to be able to pay our bills, and everything is a snowball effect, and then we are living, in a zombie era. So what the federal, I mean, um, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, what central banks do is that they inject liquidity into commercial banks, so the access to credit doesn't dry up, and and of course that that they can inject that into the economy as well. Long sell on gold. What? Yeah. So if you look at this, this is we are right here. So this is the pandemic. Right here, this is the pandemic, and as you can see, half of all of the US dollars in circulation have been printed in the past year. So that gives the US dollar a major bearish push, right? So that's why we are very bearish on the USD. That is the reason we are bearish on the US dollar, man. So in hindsight, there was a beautiful entry in gold, but I wasn't going to take it because of my rules, you know. Yeah. So let's have a look at the Aussie, US dollar trading at how much? 77 cents. Cool. Now, if we look at the daily on the Aussie, I'm not gonna be a seller on the Aussie right here, but there's a lot of selling pressure at the highs at the 78 cents or so per USD. And the reason I'm not going to be a seller is because we do have this big level of support here, and we are US dollar sellers, right? So we're not going to sell the Aussie versus the US dollar because that would be a buy position on the USD. Now on the lower time frames. For our chart, I would love to see a break of this level of resistance before going long. Yeah, there was a possible buy here, but the reason that we didn't take that buy is because of this level right here. This was a massive level of resistance, giving our trade a first risk to reward way negative, right? So now that we have traded to the upside, we are going to put on an alert here. Remember that Mondays are always days where we are going to look for moves for the week, right? The less trades we take on Monday, the better, in my opinion, because markets are going to be moving a lot, but we are preparing for what's going to happen next. So we're going to take a buy on the retest of the weekly pivot here on the Aussie US dollar. First targets are going to be the weekly highs, and let's see if we can ride this for a real break and retest of those highs right here around 80 cents. That's the plan, mate. That's the plan on the Aussie US dollar. All right, so don't trust these clowns, guys. They show you my FX book results, which are only 3 or 4 days old and are in the green. Then with a couple of days, the account goes deep in the red. We show my FX book results even if we are on the red, mate. We don't hide anything. And if you really are not happy, you are welcome to leave us. No one's keeping you here. Please don't call us names. That shows that you are not built to be a trader, because you let emotions get the better of yourself. Maybe that's why you are not a good trader and not profitable. Lol. Yeah, we always show you if we are on the red or the green, Last month we ended up minus 41%. This month we are up 33%. I don't know what you're talking about. This is, you can't fake this. But yeah, Kai Tribe, maybe you're not built for this game. That's fine. That is not for everybody. All right, so uh, that's a good question that you asked this guy, Daniel. Buy or sell gold? I'm not doing anything at the moment. Yeah. Uh, so let's talk about gold because it's moving, right? If you are not on a buying gold from the lows, that's fine. There's going. Uh, uh, he's going to. He's going to. All right. This is the thing, right? We are trading inside of a range. We are trading inside of a range right here. If you're not in the buy position from the lows, don't fall into FOMO, mates. Don't fall into FOMO. There's going to be an opportunity to buy into this trend. Um, yes, I am going to be a buyer of gold, but I still want this level to be cleared, right? When this level clears, we are going to be buying into a small dip in gold right here. Um, but the thing about this is that if you look at the hourly, this is the same two red lines on every single chart. We are getting some selling pressure here at the highs. Uh huh. We are letting some. We are letting here. We are seeing some selling off here. If we get a dip into the midline, which is the blue line right here, I might get in a buy, but it's not going to be a high probability trade because we are still inside of the range. The way that I'm going to trade gold is a retest of the 1800 when we break it. Uh, no, Solomon, I'm not buying gold on the breakout. Yes, I'm going to put a signal to the VIP group on the buy position in gold, of course, mate. Of course, this is the whole idea of what we do. Don't you worry about that. Right, so, um, all right, let's see. Let's say Solomon. No, I'm buying the retest of the 1800, right? Look at the hourly, mate. Look at that hourly. Look at that hourly. There's a lot of selling pressure here. Why don't we have a look at gold futures, right? And the reason we're going to have a look at gold futures is because what we want to do here is look at the volume and see if these on gold don't have any volume, right? We want to see the volume here. Oh boy. Nasdaq. Yes, we're going to take a look at the Nasdaq. Let me just have a look at gold futures. Reload. All right, this is fun. Gold futures. Gold futures are GC. Why? Why? This is the ticker in gold futures. So the point of control in the entire range, right? Looking at the hourly right here, the point of control in the entire range, what is that middle line that we are talking about? Now that we are seeing some sell pressure, this is the level that I'm looking into for buys right here. A retest of that between the weekly pivot and that point of control should be a good. If we get that retrace right um, back to that level, should be all right for a buy. But yeah, I just wanted to see some volume. So let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq. Whoa. Yeah. Look at the 4-hour chart on the top right, right on my chart here. This is a horrible range, mate. Uh huh. This is a horrible range, right, on the Nasdaq. Like I told you, I mean, if we look at the daily on the Nasdaq, this looks very reversal, right? Or does it? Does it look reversal, or does it look like a continuation pattern? Huh? I don't know. To me, it looks like a continuation pattern. Um, and of course, that's with tech companies, with tech companies reporting earnings this week, I think, or they already did report earnings. Um, yeah, I only see the upside here, but there's no setup for me to buy into this. I wouldn't. I mean, I hate buying all-time highs on equities, even though that is not a losing proposition. I mean, I just don't like it. I mean, that's just me. I don't like trading all-time highs. But yeah, this looks very much like a continuation pattern. This is a flat triangle, mates. The reason this is a continuation pattern is because if you look at it, this is where buyers started to jump in. Boom, they were rejected by sellers. But buyers are starting to jump in higher and higher, and this eventually will break to the upside. Yeah, this is a continuation pattern on the Nasdaq. Hi, really like your trade insight sharing. May I ask if video can be viewed later by VIPs, as I am mostly traveling and may not be able to catch you online always? Yes, you can always watch the recording of the live streams with the same link, actually, mate. It's the same link. All right, so I'm not OctaFX, I'm Saras. OctaFX is the broker. That's funny. US dollar, Japanese yen are gone. All right. So I am very bullish. Oh boy, but the US dollar, Japanese yen has reversed on me, but that's fine. I'm the kind of trader that, yeah, sometimes it's difficult to follow me in the sense that I don't mind. I don't mind when trades go against me. You already saw my trade on the GBP USD, right? I've been holding that for weeks, and it has gone 200 pip in profit and has reversed 210 pip profit on me. I'm the kind of trader that can hold that for a long time because I focus on the long term. I am in a buy position and you are too, because I sent you guys that signal on the VIPs. We already took profits here. We entered that trade here, and we took profits here. Our stops are at break even right now. And if you look closely, we are retesting the previous broken highs. There is absolutely no way to be scared about a little dip. Now, if price breaks with these lows and these lows, yeah, we're going to get stopped out at break even, which is fine. Why? Because the upside of letting this trade run is a cool 300 pips, right? So yeah, don't focus on small or on daily. Thank you, Sabelo. You're the best. Learn to trade. I love that. I'm going to post that on social media, actually. uh, yes, the signals in the VIP group are written with I mean, entry, stop loss, TPs, etc., 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 etc. Trade management and all. Yeah, you should join. The link is below this video, mate. Yeah. I mean, if you are not a VIP, this is the only day that you're going to be hearing from me. Yeah, this is the only day that you're going to be hearing from me. For VIP, it's only £35 a month. It's pretty cheap, and the reason that it's this cheap is because we focus on getting our knowledge to the most amount of traders that there is. I mean, we could be charging $1,500 for this, but what's the point of having two students? We're not trying to keep this from the rest of the world. This is the financial freedom. All right, so I've been live for 1 hour and 24 minutes. Do you have any more questions or not? If you do, I am here to answer them. I'll give you some. Do you have any more questions? Yeah, I'll give you some minutes for you to answer some questions. For you to ask some questions. Now gold. This is looking very good for the breakout. We're going to get that one. Nothing. What I'm doing with the Nasdaq, nothing, mate. I mean, maybe I would consider which one is well. Thank you for the kind words, Jorge. Yeah, I mean, we work very hard to give you the best every single day. Uh, yeah, we work very hard to give you the best every single day. You know, and the reason that I do this because it's good for me. It's good for my trading. It keeps me alert. Doing my watch list every single day for the VIPs keeps me alert. It gets me some great setups. Yeah, I mean, you get as much of it as I do. All right, cool. So I may have missed, but have gone over STI. I don't know what that is. What I would do with the Nasdaq, maybe I would consider a sell on the Nasdaq if we break with this range, but I'm not. I'm not going to. I mean, I would hate. Just look at this daily chart. I mean, oh, I'm not going to be selling in so much strength, right? So yeah, that's the thing. Now, if the Nasdaq sells off, mate, the 13,300 level, this level right here, is going to be my buy zone on the Nasdaq. Hopefully, it does sell off to those levels because I'm going to go big here. Cool. Now let's have a look at what else is going on here. Crude oil, yeah, we already did crude oil, but I'll do it again. Pretty heavy buys in crude oil. Oil. What else? Like I told you guys before, if you weren't here, we finally broke with this range here. So if we if we dip to these levels, to the 64 level, this would be a good level to go long right here. Yeah, that's about it. All right, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We do we do upload free videos every single day. Olympio, he's a very good analyst, mate. You should watch some of his stuff. He uploads every single day. To me, if you're not part of the VIP team, this is the only day that you will hear from me in this live session. That's why I try to make it as long as I can, to show you where you're missing out on the VIP section. Yeah, I mean, I work hard for my VIPs. Yeah, sometimes we do have losses. I'll be the first one to. I will be the first one to accept that because it's the reality of what we do. It's the reality of what we do. We're going to get some losses. We're going to get some drawdowns, but there's nothing to worry about. I mean, this is about. Thank you, Jay Skills. You're more than welcome to the team. I mean, this is the part of the game. You're going to get some losses every now and then. What you need to learn about this is that trading is not about the results, about focusing on risk management, right? You don't have to be results oriented like that guy calling me a clown, you know. I bet you he's not even here anymore because he's not built for this game. What you need to do is focus on the math behind trading. You know, if you focus on the results of the last trade, or if you focus on the results of the last few trades, you sorry, you're going to get caught in this hellhole that you're not going to be able to get out of. What you need to focus is on backtesting, really backtesting the setups that you trade. For example, I know the setups that I trade. Yeah, I might miss some moves, like the one that in gold, but there was no setup for me to buy into that move, you know. And that if and if I don't have a setup to buy into that move, why would I buy into a move that I don't know the probable outcome of? For example, the setups that I do trade, I know exactly the probability of success of each and every single one of them, you know. So I am fine with taking a loss. I am fine with breaking even on a trade because I know that in the long term I'm going to be printing money. That's it. I mean, if you are not focused on the long term, like that guy that called me a clown, uh, and what you want to do is just risk 30% of your account on one signal and then be mad because you lost it all. That's on you, not on me. All right. Join the VIP, people. You won't regret it, I promise. Thank you, Isabella. Which trading period do you think is the best to analyze the markets? Is it the Asian session or the Euro session or the US session? VIP is great. Even though there are losses, there are more wins. So, awesome. Thank you, Just Ed. All right. So, what I do personally, Christopher, is this. Right now, here where I live is 9 a.m., right? I start my day at 2 a.m. Every single day, I wake up at 1:30 a.m. and I start my day. You know, I'm really committed to this. This is my job. I'm a professional trader. So, what I do is I do my session, you know, and every Sunday before the market opens, I take 2 hours to go through my watch list, right? Through all of these markets, and I mark them in red where I have trades open, in blue where I think there might be some hot opportunities, and actually I don't have a Ripple, I have a Bitcoin. And yeah, in other colors, some other tags, right? And for example, um, where was it that I saw? I'm sorry, hold on. Where was it that we saw some opportunities that might be? I don't know. But let's see it here on the. Let's do the example here on the this oil. Um, right. For example, yeah, my idea is to buy into a dip here, right? So I'm going to put on an alert, key level retest, buy dips opportunity, for example, opportunity. And of course you have to put on, where is it? Hold on. Here, a note, and I put a note here on my chart. For example, the 34 level, look for deep buys if price rejects the 34 level, or whatever, you know. But I do this for every single market, you know. I'm not going to find a setup on every single market, but when I do, I am as thorough as I can with the notes on my charts, because you're never going to remember everything. I'm never going to remember everything that I analyze on the weekend on all of these fucking markets, you know. It's impossible. So I put notes on them, right? I put my alerts on, etc. And I do that for at least 2 solid hours on Sunday. You need to prepare for the open. And then on Wednesday, I do it again after the US session, or for you if you are in the UK at night, or if you're in the US at night, or whatever, just do it during the Asian session, because price has moved, man, and your ideas might no longer be valid. All right, just one more question before you go. My trading broker won't let me trade crypto as they say that crypto trading is banned. Where are you? If you are in the UK, it's going to be very hard for you to trade cryptos with a forex broker. All right. Again, yeah, more questions. I mean, I'm pretty more than happy to stay here for another half an hour if you have any more questions. Uh, yeah, yeah. Woof. Yeah, I mean, for the UK, mate, it's going to be hard for you uh, look. I mean, to trade crypto with a forex broker. I mean, I will ask. I mean, just send an email to support. I'm pretty sure they do have options for you. On the other hand, I'm not too sure. I'm not based on the UK, so I have no problem with that. I mean, hi Negar. If you already have a broker, I mean, you can. I mean, you can trade our signals with any broker. The markets are the same. But if you're looking to join the VIP, there's an opportunity. If you change brokers, that you get. I don't know. What's the opportunity? Why don't we just open here? That's the VIP. Right. So here it is. Uh, So, uh, you get lifetime access if you open a copy selected this. Now, if you open an account with AvaTrade using this link, you have to use this link because you have to be tagged under us and deposit 200 minimum $250. Um, yeah, you get lifetime access when you do so. After that, you just email support at learn2.trade, and there you go. That's something new. You can, and if you already have a VIP account, I'm pretty sure you can do that too. Yeah, let's have a look at the NCD USD for sure, Adam. Don't worry, mate. There you go. We now are going to see. We are looking at that rejection, mate. Right here. Boom. We are looking at that rejection. Looking pretty good, right? Looking pretty good. That rejection right here. We are still not. Uh, we are still not out of the woods on our short. On our short, right? But well, let's have a look at this. Actually, let's imagine that this is the high of the pullback, which should be, if we follow that trend line. Clone. All right. I mean, this is looking fantastic if you ask me. Yes, our stop loss is going to be a little more wide. Right now, about 54 pips, but that's fine for me. All right. We are not yet going to modify that one, that NZD USD, because I mean we are not out of the woods just yet on that pullback, like I told you. I really need to see price coming down and trading below this low in order for me to consider moving my stops higher and changing my lot size, of course, before we go any further. But again, this is looking like, yeah, this is still looking bearish. 39K of what, Murthy? Gold is going down. Let's have a look at gold. You think so, mate? Yeah, I wouldn't. Poof, I wouldn't trade the downside of gold, man. Yeah, this is just way too bullish for me. Way too bullish for me. So, is there any more questions, or should I head out? I want to hang out, but if there's no more questions, I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to, oh, I don't know, maybe go for a run or something. Right. So, yeah, I mean, I'm all for doing what I do. Yeah, GBPUs. Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. So, let's have a look at what else. The Deutsche. Nope. Ethereum. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been up since 1:30 a.m. Already told you, so bear with me if I yawn. We crypto or forex? Which one has more pips? Another VIP. I don't know. It depends on what you specialize on. All right, let's do Euro USD. I have no idea. I can't answer that question. So Euro US dollar. Uh, yes. I mean Euro USD. Euro USD. All right. So let's look at the Euro US dollar. Uh, uh, yeah, so this is a very thick zone on the Euro USD. Remember that we had a long position that we closed at break even. Then we took another one that won before this big drop in the Euro US dollar. I was expecting. Uh, um, yeah, hold on. I'm just going to answer this to Negar. Yeah, we will do XRP too. Thank you. One more question. Is joining the swing group cover the simple VIP group also? No, those are two very separate groups made. So the Euro USD, we had this big rejection here, this big bearish candle on Friday, right here. So looking for sales at the moment. The reason that I'm looking for sales, if we look at this, I mean, this is pretty obvious, but I'll show you. We just broke with a massive 5-week midterm bullish structure, and now we are retesting back the previous lows. Now this is pretty much the same as the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. I think the New Zealand dollar US dollar is a little bit more cleaner, but yeah, I mean, if this level holds, we should be looking for shorts, and we will actually, because this range is a pretty nice range to the previous highs. And remember that even though we have broken with the midterm bullish structure, um, yeah, even though we have broken with the midterm bullish structure, we are still in a bull market, right? Because we are very much bearish on the U.S. dollar, which makes this market a bull market, right? But technically speaking, we could be trading a rejection of this level into the previous highs, right? Just to be careful on the next bullish move, right? So what's a swing VIP group? So the swing trade VIP group is where I post my swing trades, my long-term trades. For example, that GBP USD that I showed you is on the VIP group. We are still on that one, even though it has moved 200 pips back and forward. I am aiming at a 1500 pip win on that one. So that's the swing trade VIP group. Yep, Ripple. No, not very much, Christopher. Ripple. Ripple. So I had a damn it. I had a buy limit around this level on Ripple, and I did not get filled in on this week. And then Ripple just moved higher. In hindsight, there was an opportunity to buy it here, but that move was gone when I saw cryptocurrencies. In my opinion, there is absolutely nothing to do here with Ripple other than watch it go higher and higher. I see no opportunity unless we actually pull back to this previous this previous level around the weekly pivot. But I guess it's going to be a bit tougher because deep pullbacks in cryptos happen very rarely. This move is gone, mate. Yeah. I mean, if you enjoyed this video, just give me a like. This helps us a lot with the YouTube algorithm, you know. Yep. All right. So what else? The U.S. dollar, Mexican peso going higher. The U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. I'm still on that. Bitcoin, New Zealand dollar, U.S. dollar. I mean, yeah, I think we covered everything. I've been live for an hour and 44 minutes, 45 minutes. So everybody that put up with me for this long, thank you. I don't know, holding a Ripple. I mean, dude, if you are long from here, puta, kudos to you. Yeah, yeah, I would hold it. But if it breaks with this low, I mean, I would say goodbye to that long. Thank you, Ed, just Ed. Thank you, just Ed. Remember that if you're not on the VIP group, this is the only day that you'll hear from me. And today was special because I normally go live 45 minutes. Uh, on Mondays for everybody. Uh-oh. You're more than welcome, Alice Man too. But I mean, I don't have too much going on. I mean, like I told you, I could go for a run right now, but I mean, I just drank a coffee. So if you have more questions, why don't we look at markets now that you have me and then that I'm willing to stay here for a little bit longer? Just ask away, mates. Ask away. Ask away. I tell you. All right. So look at this. I told you a lot of selling pressure here in gold around the 1800 level. Uh, yup. Yup. Around the 1800 level, there's a lot of selling pressure. So, oh, I forgot about this. Boom. Uh, boom, boom. Yeah, so if you, I mean, let's go ahead. Which is the best trending pair to look at? All right, Christopher, you know what? It depends on the market, but right now, my money is on the pound yen. Uh, I love the pound yen, and I always loved it. It's my best. It's my best historic trade. The pound yen. This is the dragon. Some people call it the dragon. I don't know. But it's I mean when it trends beautifully. That's why I'm always trying to get in on deep buys here, and I'm waiting for that breakout for it to be really really trending hard. Another one um, that good trending opportunity at the moment. Uh, the U.S. dollar Canadian dollar on the downside, of course, U.S. dollar Canadian dollar to the downside. So look at that. Look at the daily. But like I told you, we are pretty much at the bottom, in my opinion, right? I mean, it's just my opinion. But a pullback to the 124 is going to. Damn it! I forgot this too. Shit. uh, at the 122, it's going to give me an opportunity to sell. All right. Of course, the U.S. dollar short, mate. The U.S. dollar short. It's a good. It is the winning trade at the moment. U.S. dollar shorts. Um, you just have to time it correctly, And right now we are still pretty much short on the USD. US dollar versus the Swiss franc. I hate trading the Swiss franc. I hate it. But no, I wouldn't buy the US dollar versus the Swiss franc. I bearish the US dollar and made, even though it's retesting this level right here, I don't trade mean reversals. I don't trade reversals. Why would I try to pick bottoms in a move Why would I try to pick bottoms in such a bear market? I mean, the probability of success of that trade is so low that to me that is putting money on fire. You know, that is a losing proposition to me, and what I'm looking at here is just awful. I mean, personally, I wouldn't touch it. You know, and much less on the bull side. I'm a VIP member, and I would like if you guys do a weekly signals report if it's possible. Yes, Hawk XS. I am going to start doing that. Thank you for the suggestion. That is a great idea. I'll do it. Yeah, sure do. Sure, man. I'll sure do it. Have you already talked about GBP CAD? Do you think the retracement is over and the price continues to fall? I don't know, GBP CAD. I don't even watch the GBP CAD to be complete. Here it is. Oh boy. Now, this is what I called something that might be tradable. Now, this is the real. Right now we are retesting the weekly pivot, but to me this is this pullback is just not enough, right? I would love it to pull back to the 7150 to retest this level right here. This is the 4-hour chart. Looking at the hourly, yeah, I mean this, and I'm not saying that it's going to pull back higher. It really might just go down from here. But to me, this is not an entry, a short entry right now. I would need a deeper pullback. Even though this is a previous base, if you look at it, I mean, if you look at it here, yeah, it is a previous base in the sense that we saw the bearish move stopped, which could mean profit taking or some weak bulls stepping into the market that got burned, right? Yeah, I mean, it's completely up to you, you know. To me, yeah, I don't see a setup to go short like I told you. I would love a pullback to at least the 175. Because if I were to take a short here, I would definitely put my stop losses just above the 172 level. So why would I take a short here with such a wide stop loss? I mean, if I put such a wide stop loss, it's because in my head there is a high probability that price will rally a little bit more. So why would I take a short position here whilst putting my stop loss there? Because I think that price is going to rally instead of just waiting for price to rally to this 175, 171.50. I'm sorry. Level and get a much better risk to reward ratio. But that's just me, you know. Every trader is different. Yeah, that's a good one though. Good catch on the GBP CAD. So let's have a look at what's going on in the markets. We are still in all of our trades, people. Well, at least I am. Hey, don't forget to like this video if you really liked it. I mean, I've been live for about 2 hours, 1 hour and 52 minutes. Now I'm getting a little bit tired because I'm not getting any questions from you guys, and I think it's. I mean, I'm more than happy to stay here if you just flood me with questions because I'm not gonna stay here and wait 5 minutes for you to ask one question while looking at a chart that we already looked at. So if you don't have any more questions, I'm gonna keep on with my session. All right, let's have a look at what U.S. equities are doing to see if we can get some day trades on. No. Ooh, this looks good. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm looking at though. Yeah, this looks good. Ooh. No. I don't know, Khadija. You know, I am not going to tell you what you. Hi, Ravi. How are you? I'll tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you what I would do, and I would not do that. I would not sell gold. So the high is not for me, Ravi. All right. I don't appreciate that. Now, yeah, I mean, I do try. I do like to trade exotic pairs, but the most exotic that I go is the Mexican peso. You know, I love it, and the GBP yen. You know, uh, if not, I'm pretty comfortable with the pairs that I trade. I'm just kidding, Ravi. I'm just kidding, Ravi. A little bit of humor never hurt anyone. So yeah, look at that breakout of this kind of triangle formation. This is not a sell signal at all. Just I'm just looking at what's going on. Welcome. Uh huh. What else? Brent, US oil. You are new. Yeah, I mean, well, we are going to put out some free educational content. You just took VIP right now. Welcome, mate. I mean, yeah, uh, crypto VIP. Yes, welcome, welcome. I'm not the one that manages the crypto VIP, but yeah, the trader that does is very good. No, I mean, I don't, I'm not, I don't manage anything crypto, so no, I can't help you there, man. But yeah, you should email support. I'm pretty sure they can put you in contact with the trader that does. The Aussie yen, yeah, I mean, I'm really targeting that Aussie long. Yeah, me too, Tim. And we're on the right side, with that US dollar, Singapore dollar short that we trade. I mean, that we are on. This is looking very good. I mean, this is a perfect entry, on a long term bearish market. Um, selling the retest. You know, the break of the immediate structure. This is our slam dunk setup for me, and we are only focusing on slam dunk setups. Sorry, mate, you can't chat with me. You cannot do that. No, not at all. Like I told you, I mean, if you, yeah, even VIPs can't do that. Yeah, so team, we are on the right track, mate. We only focus on high probability setups, and slam dunk setups. And like I told you, yeah, I don't get caught up in FOMO. For example, this gold long. We were not on that. When I saw it, price was already trading here. Um, yeah, I mean, I have some ideas to go long on some specific price action, but if that doesn't happen, we're going to stay out of that, right? So we've had 1,000 playbacks. Thank you, mate. Thank you, team. Awesome, mate. Thank you, thank you. I mean, I'm very happy that you do like it because, yeah, I mean, I do put a lot of effort into the signals that I send. And like I told you, I mean, I do trade. I trade myself the signals that I send, you know? And the way that I trade, I just focus I just focus on, I just focus on, who's a good boy? My dog is here. Who's a good boy? Uh, uh, yeah, I do focus on just on the highest probability trades, you know. What's going on, boy? Who's a good boy? My dog is scared. I don't know why he's trembling. So give us some video stuff for study. Wow, mate. I don't. Go to the Learn to Trade channel. I'm pretty sure you are going to find some educational stuff there. Um, I don't have the time to educate you at the moment. Yes, that's a good question, Joe Cat. I'm looking into that myself. That's an awesome, awesome, awesome question because I am looking into into that. And I'm actually looking here. Have a look. I'm looking here, right now. I'm looking into this area for a re-entry on the U.S. dollar on the U.S. dollar, USD Japanese yen, right? This re-entry on the USD yen looks good. I'm still waiting for this hourly to close. On the hourly, it looks a little less obvious, in the sense that it's more of a zone than it is a level. Well, yeah. I mean, we are still inside of this, but I'm just waiting for this hourly to close or to clear the previous hourly high, maybe. Something like this to get a new buy order. We can put on a buy stop, maybe, but I'm going to leave that for the VIP channel. But yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna send whoa, a possible signal to the VIPs in a short time. So yeah. So 2 hours. We've been live 2 hours. Thank you. How long on the GBP yen and looking to go long on the US dollar yen? Um, that because the GBP and the USD is getting stronger, or because the GBP is getting weaker? What's your opinion on crypto boat? I have no opinion on that. I don't know what that is. So the GBP, I don't know how long it's going to take on the GBP yen and to go higher. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm willing to wait a month, mate. I'm already in it. I'm gonna leave it open. Uh, and if you want to look at that, no, this is a yen move, I think. Have a look. 6J. This is the oh boy. Here, 6J. 6J is the Japanese yen futures. Why don't we have a look at the Japanese yen futures? And the Japanese yen futures are looking very weak. If you look at this, and here, this was a perfect sell here on the Japanese yen futures, which is why I bought the GBP yen, right, on some yen weakness, and that's about it, man. This is, however, a yen-driven move. All right, so this is it for me. Now, thank you for joining me. Again, I invite you to join the VIP team. It's pretty much inexpensive. It's £35 a month. The link is below this video. You won't regret it, and if you do, you can cancel at any time. Uh-huh. But I don't think you would. I mean, we do a lot of good work here. We only focus on high probability trades, high probability setups. What we do here is quality, not quantity. And if you're not a VIP, this is the only hour or 45 minutes of the week that you will hear from. Right. I don't know anything about crypto, mate. I already told you. All right, Antonio. I'll be. I'm going to keep I'm going to keep that. On my watch list. I'm still in my session, and if that trade develops, I will send that signal to the VIP. I will send out to the VIP how to manage that New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Uh, we have with the VIPs that Singapore dollar, no, that US dollar, Singapore dollar on profits. There's a lot of things coming up this week. You already watched me put on a ton of alerts for some very exciting uh, possible trade setups that are coming this week that will be sent only to the VIPs. I'm sorry about that, but for the little that we ask for your side, you should be joining the VIP. It's only
I don't know, Farid. Oh boy, I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's what everybody's talking about. You know, holding that for 2, 3 years, but I don't know. Who can know? Who can know for sure, mate? I mean, no one knows. No one has a crystal ball. That's not the way that I trade. I don't ever go into wishful thinking territory. That to me is just gambling. All right, so thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys. On the VIP group, and yeah, um, I will be live this Friday for VIPs only doing non-farm payrolls. Don't forget about that. That's going to be very good. And yeah, have a great one. Have a good trading week. Goodbye.